forgot you. You stole my heart away with the things that you do. And lately, you drive me crazy, baby. Maybe that's why I escape in your love. There's no place.
We're back. So this is our first morning waking up back in our bed. Right now, I don't even know what time it would be. I think we'd be asleep right now still. It was like drastically like our night was your guys' day and vice versa. So
I know the one video that we had to post, I had to stay up to like 1:30 in the morning just to post by like 4:30, like our regular time here.
And having really like no Wi-Fi.
No, like there was literally no, we could like basically you couldn't do anything, you couldn't post anything until you got back to where you were staying. So when we were out doing like the service that we were doing, no one could post anything on social media. You couldn't make a call, you couldn't send a text, you couldn't do anything. So basically everyone, we're just like spamming you guys with snaps like when we got back to our room, basically, if you guys noticed that.
And it was like 4 a.m. your time, so you wouldn't see him till like he woke up.
Yeah, so all our social media has been completely off. We're glad to be back on track, back posting on time and accordingly and everything like that. So our plan with all of the content that we filmed is gonna be like a 2-part video. So this one and then our next one. This one's gonna be more about our experience and our talking about how our experience was. The next video would just be basically all the content, the documentary style of the vlog and everything that happened. I honestly think that this trip was probably the best things that could have ever happened to us. And it's funny because this is something that we've always wanted to do. Before we got into YouTube, well, she brought it up first, but before we got into YouTube, we wanted to build a well in Africa. That was like our goal, was to build a well in Africa. So what are the odds that, you know, we
got to go do that?
Yeah, we were able to go do that.
Can I tell you guys a funny story really quick? So look, when I was in my freshman year of high school, we had like a project and it was like start your own like business or company, right? And I started like a company called Cells for Wells, where you donate your old cell phones and then like it gets recycled and all that money goes to building wells in Africa. So as a freshman, this was like my aspiration in life. And now 20-year-old me gets to experience what 14, how old was I freshman year? I think I was 13. What 13-year-old me wanted to do. So I thought that was really, really cool. It's like living out my childhood in a way as well.
But really this is all thanks to the Thirst Project. And the Thirst Project is...
The Thirst Project and the Ace family.
The Thirst Project and the Ace family.
Yeah.
The Thirst Project, well, if it wasn't for the Ace family, we wouldn't be able to donate as much money as we did.
To the Thirst Project at all, period.
But the Thirst Project, why I want to go in about them is because I love how they set up their charity, basically. Because they basically say, if you donate, you know, an X amount of money, we'll bring you to see what your money is doing, to see where your money is going. And I think that's a cool opportunity.
Firsthand, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool opportunity that a lot of people don't get to do. A lot of people just donate and then, you know, that's it. They don't really know where their money went, you know, they feel good about themselves.
It's one thing to see, it's one thing to donate, but it's another thing to actually go out and see exactly where your money is going. And it's one thing to see all the lives that you're affecting and then also see like the foundation that it's built on, because these wells are not just gonna help this generation of people. These wells are gonna help hopefully future generations to come, and that's a big impact.
So where we flew to exactly was Swaziland, Africa, and that's a super small place in Africa.
They actually recently changed the name
to Eswatini.
Yeah.
So Eswatini, we were there for exactly almost like 3 days, like actually there. Total was the 6 days of like we were gone. But a little bit about like our preparation is going into it, you need vaccinations, you need certain pills that you have to take, you need like a lot of precautions that you have to go through just to be there, which is I think what scares a lot of people away. But if I could say, that's like one of my biggest regrets, is going into it with like kind of like timid about, you know, not being safe. And that whole thing has changed for me now. I definitely want to go back in. We definitely want to go back again, and it would not be the same way. I have a whole different perspective of how Africa, or the really royal, how do you say that? Rural places are in Africa.
We're so grateful for this opportunity. It has changed our lives forever, and hopefully with the information that we can provide you and show you firsthand of what's going on, it'll change the way you look at things as well. Like the Thirst Project says, or what their like slogan is water is a human right, and we love that and we live by that. And it's crazy to see like how many of you think about your water every day, whether it's bottled where you brush your teeth, you know, all of that is just contaminated. We've seen children drink out of like mosquito infested water. Like, we really changed forever.
To kind of give you guys an idea of what you guys are gonna see in the next video, people are literally drinking, like this is the best way I can put it. People are literally forced to drink the same water as like the animals, the goats, the cows, the chickens around have to drink. So literally there's 2-year-old babies that are drinking the same water that goats are because they have no choice. And they know that if they don't get any water in their system at all, that they'll die a lot sooner. They're not gonna last, especially with how hot it is. So basically they're poisoning themselves, and they know they are, just to last a little bit longer. And that's the saddest part about it. I couldn't even imagine as a parent having to basically force your baby to drink this poisonous, disease-infested water. It's like, it's not a game or anything when they tell you how bad it really is in certain parts of the world. And it makes us feel so like spoiled and like just ungrateful for the certain things that we have and we take advantage of every single day. Just like clean, just regular clean
Brushing
water.
your teeth out of the sink is something that you probably don't think twice about, but
we had to brush it out of a bottle.
We were brushing out of water. Like, no water is safe out there, and that's crazy to say. Like, so like the water in general was contaminated. At restaurants, you know, we couldn't even have ice in our drinks because it's from the contaminated water source. Fruits, we couldn't have any fruits or vegetables unless they were steamed or cooked. So I mean, definitely was like the biggest eye opener. It was way more than I could imagine, and I felt so bad. I just felt like,
even though we were doing a lot, like we weren't doing
I felt like I wasn't doing enough, and I felt like I've truly found like one of my purposes in life. We will definitely continue to work with the Thirst Project, and it'll probably be like a lifelong like thing. Like, I don't plan on stopping anytime.
So shout out, with that being said, shout out to Luke, which was basically our tour guide, who is, you know,
from the Thirst Project,
on behalf of the Thirst Project, and he did a great job with taking us around and making us all feel comfortable and safe and keeping us on the schedule and everything.
He was a
like
great
that.
guy. He was very informative, and he's been working with the Thirst Project for like 5 years.
He's been working. Luke's 24. He started working for them when he was 16, and he was basically a volunteer worker the first 5 years that he even worked for the Thirst Project. So I think that tells or says a lot about a person, really.
Yeah, his life's work is to help people, to change lives, to provide clean water. And I think that's an amazing human in itself, because that says a lot about you. So shout out to you, Luke. Thank you for your patience, your information, and your willingness to spread awareness.
Yeah, like his goal is, like, even if he basically got dropped from the Thirst Project today, he would never stop sharing, he would never stop trying to get out the awareness about what's going on in Africa and different parts of the world. So guys, we literally got back yesterday morning around noon, and she slept from noon literally until like 6 p.m.
So like 5. I was so exhausted. We stayed up. Our days were all thrown up. So the last day we were there, I woke up at 3:30 a.m. and I was just like, okay, this is it. So I woke our roommate up and I woke him up, and we were just all up at 3 a.m. Waited for breakfast until 8, and then got ready to fly back. So we were just up, and we had a full day and a full flying experience.
It was 42 hours, basically, exactly, of flying.
Total, there and back.
Yeah, there and back. It was 6 flights. We had literally there, it was a 10 hour, and then a 1 hour, and then back it was a 1 hour, a 16 hour, and then a 4 hour. So it was the most flying that we've ever done.
With layovers in between.
Yeah, we had a 10-hour layover in Paris. That's why some of you guys saw the video, like I posted, and we have some pictures that we're gonna post. We're in Paris for a little bit. We got to tour a little bit, which was cool, but we did have a layover. So we flew out on Saturday and did not get to Swaziland or Eswatini till Monday. So that just tells you how long we were traveling and flying for.
But all in all, it was worth it. I would definitely go back. It's something that, you know, I would want to go back and like take my family with. I would just want to take like people just so I could spread the awareness. Maybe next time we go back, we'll take one of you or a couple of you. I think that would be really awesome. It's something that I want to share with generations to come, because
let's share some of the souvenirs we brought back.
Some souvenirs we got.
I'll grab them. Let's start off with the hoodie, because that's like the least, like, you know.
Ooh, look at it.
So this is one of the hoodies that we got.
Design.
And these are all from in like Eswatini, not like the airport.
So we wanted to get souvenirs actually from Swaziland, because we wanted to, like, you know, of course, support the local economy rather than just getting them at the airport. We wanted to put money back into the community, and we thought it'd be cool to have like art and stuff from exactly where we were like funding our project, you know? So this is the hoodie I got. I don't remember how much this
You got it for
was.
yourself or for me, because it's a size large.
But look how small it is. This is like a medium for me.
I might have to squeeze into that too, though.
It's fine. Pretty cool, right? This is like 250 Rand.
Yeah, their money is Rand. And
so one of our dollars, 15 of their Rand.
15 times more. So basically their money's a lot cheaper than ours.
You gonna show one of your souvenirs?
My favorite, I'm gonna start with my favorite. And my favorite is this mask that I got. And I love this. I don't even know what to put. I think I'm gonna put this.
Put it in our living room. We want to get some cool pieces to like.
Put this next to my freaking game room stuff.
No, you're not. Put it in our living room so that when we like have our house that we buy and we have kids in, we can show them like, yeah, look, we went to Africa. Like,
this is so cool though.
This is why you're not allowed to run the water. We learned.
This is definitely my, oh my God. Yeah, our kids are gonna, our whole life basically like
it's
definitely
altered.
changed. Yeah, it's
for the
altered.
better.
Yeah,
we're
so
changed.
no matter what we do with our lives or where we will go, we will always remember this, and therefore we will live a different life. We will not be wasteful as much as we are or used to be.
I got this to go with the mask that we're gonna hang in the living room, and it says Africa and it has elephants and like lions and
what's cool about these, like
rhinos.
It's like little like kiosk or booths, I guess you could say, like self-made booths, and you can literally see the people making some of the stuff like as they're there behind it, like carving into stuff. Like these are all handmade.
Since we're at it, I might as well show. This is kind of the same style, and it's a little coaster holder and it has elephants. I love elephants.
Show them one of them.
And the coasters,
yeah, those are so
are they all different? Oh my god.
Yeah, we never actually looked. Oh my, these are so
These
cool.
are cool.
So we actually never actually looked at these. It says Africa. This one has like a tiger on there, or a lion.
They have different animals. Isn't that awesome?
These are super cool.
So
I didn't notice that. I thought they were all the same.
I wanted souvenirs that weren't like knick-knacky because I hate knick-knacks. Like I don't want little things everywhere. So I got like pieces that I could fit in my bag still without getting like destroyed. And we were fortunate enough to only have one of our pieces broken. It's just for looks. It's for looks.
I love this though. This is so cool. This is also, of course, handmade, and I love this. I love all these little things that they make. It's just so cool.
So we'll probably put that like.
And then last one is this one, the one that was broken. This was actually I got from my mom. This is such like a cool piece to have. I feel like carved.
Oh my gosh,
four
they
heads on
had
it.
a like one that was like this big, and I wanted it so bad, but there's no way I could fit it without getting it like.
Yeah,
destroyed.
so they're like the same thing, but like waist high. Like it was really, really cool to have in your house. But this one, I'm gonna still gonna give to my mom. I have the head, so I'm gonna glue it back on for her. Mom, if you see this,
I picked it out.
yeah. So these are some of the things that we got. Another thing that I want to show that we brought is this, a life straws. Do you want to explain why you brought this?
You guys know me. You know I'm prepared for any and everything, okay? Last time Luke from the Thirst Project was in Swaziland, he mentioned that he had to drink from the river while he was out there doing work because they forgot to bring water. And me doing my research, I knew how contaminated the water was. So I went and I found a life straw. Now this is so simple. You literally open this, filter, put it in water, open this, straw, okay, and then it filters your water.
You can literally drink out of a pond with this little device right here, which I think is the coolest thing. But the point was that we didn't need it. So like this is like one of the things that we thought that we needed. Like we were literally gonna get a mosquito like net that like covered your bed on the inside. Better
be safe than sorry, to be honest.
Because it's crazy because we like the pills that we have to take are literally for malaria because they have all these different things that are going on, which is so scary for them, but they think it's so normal. We're just so scared. So that's why the next time we go back, we're gonna come at it with a whole different approach and more of like an understanding of how it is there.
But I would like to buy a bunch of these life straws and like maybe get a sponsorship with them and like, I don't know.
Just donate a bunch to the community. Just
donate a bunch to the community so that we are able to give these. This would literally save lives. Life straw. Save life straws. This is exactly what we need. So I think we're gonna do. I think we're gonna buy some to donate them to the Thirst Project so that they can give these for the meantime because a well is not built overnight.
That is basically it for this video, guys. Just kind of want to give it our experience, give it that one-on-one talk of everything that basically went on.
So we are super excited to share our footage with you on Monday, and we hope that you can look at it with the different perspective now that we're kind of giving you an insight to it, because we don't plan on doing too much talking in the next video.
Yeah, it's mostly gonna be a lot of just footage. Like this video is all the talking, really.
So we hope that the next video can just help you on your insight and maybe make you a little more appreciative for the things that you have already.
Because trust me, if you think that you have it bad anywhere,
there is always someone who has it worse.
So just know that, okay? And that's definitely the biggest thing that hit us the hardest. So yeah, guys, that is it for today. As always, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, stay tuned for Monday and all the footage that we're throwing out then, and we'll see you soon.
We love you.
Love you.
one.